There's quite a few safety hurdles that have to be addressed in relation to this development. The criteria that the regulators impose upon developers are very stringent. There's a lot of work that goes into how you clean up a site if it is contaminated, and there's a lot of work that goes into verifying that that work has been done appropriately. It's not until I'm satisfied and then the regulator who looks over my work is satisfied that that development is approved to proceed. One of the issues in the ACT is the Mr. Fluffy asbestos, which is a loose asbestos insulation that was put into houses. The Mr. Fluffy asbestos removal program has 4 distinct phases that have been put together for this program of work. The first phase has gone through and looked at all of the likely hazards and risks that might be associated with the works that might be performed and how all of those will be either eliminated or managed so that there won't be any risk to the workers or the general public. The next phase has been the decontamination of the buildings, and that decontamination removes all of the residual free asbestos and makes sure that there is no asbestos left in the structure. After all of the free asbestos has been removed, then it's signed off by the asbestos assessor as okay to go through the demolition process. The demolition process is controlled as though there were asbestos still in the building, so it's a very conservative process, even though that asbestos has already been eliminated by its removal. After the demolition process, the asbestos assessor signs off that the demolition waste material has been decontaminated and is okay for off-site disposal. So then that demolition waste is placed into EPA licensed trucks as though it were still asbestos contaminated, and it's taken to the West Belconnen landfill, to a dedicated area in that landfill where that decontaminated waste can be placed and controlled and covered each day. And at the end of the removal program, a final capping system that's been approved by EPA will be placed across the site, and controls will be placed in that area to make sure that it's not disturbed in the future. In order to protect the local community from dust and odour, a landfill buffer zone was created where even under a worst case scenario there wouldn't be an unacceptable odour or dust risk to a person that might be living within that distance from the landfill. As the landfill declines in its operation, those buffer zones can be reduced because the amount of risk associated with dust and odour generation equally declines. When landfills close, they become quite a fantastic asset, and they become a really great opportunity because they have to be kept as an open space area because of the fact that they do contain these wastes. Some examples of landfills that have been developed for open space purposes include the Olympics precinct in Sydney. The Olympic Games program allowed that site, which was derelict and badly decayed area, to be redeveloped in a beneficial way. Under that scenario, you always have an open area, a parkland. The processes that are used are very rigorous, and there's a lot of effort that's put in to make sure that the site is safe for its proposed use. Much more than you might get in any other residential estate.